on screen next up, but I'm the #1 candidate.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Down. Drill, 52.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Jets, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready. Cover, 38.
And complete on the right side to Bannon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ready.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Raiders at 6 and 9 to start play. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. You talk about this Jets defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Ritter from the gun. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Ingram. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Richardson looking to throw.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They go play action with Richardson. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Powers through it. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Jets are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ready?
Back to throw, Ritter.
Completes it to Hardman. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film. Take your...
And the pass to Henry is intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Richardson.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Ritter going to change it up.
Striker, 3-3. Hut.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Steal, black.
Second down throw coming for Ritter.
Over the middle, complete. It's Bennett. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10.
Shot, 17.
Here's Ritter.
He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a
short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he is going to have the Raiders first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Ritter back to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Jets are going to have it here just past the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll try the left side. It's Rhodes.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Drop 60, drop 60. Ready.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Ritter now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
For the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Let's go now.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Ritter to throw it.
Looking deep for Bennett. And now here's another interception.
And the Jets are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Let's go now.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ingram. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Richardson looking to throw this.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets.
Alec Pierce.
Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now 21-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks.
And my goodness, another interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Ready, set.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. And he's got Pierce.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
19 tight.
Richardson to the air on 1st down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
97. Ready.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
That tackle by Jeffrey Simmons.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Second down, here's Richardson.
20, 5, touchdown.
Alec Pierce
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
And they'll accept that penalty.
And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Quinnen Williams racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ritter will set up to throw it. They swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left.
Down at the 35. It'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 35, here's second down and 7. In motion right, that's Hardman.
And now here is another interception.
Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, it's Rhodes, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Ready?
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
Ready?
On first down, Rhodes.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On second down now, it's Rhodes. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
22 needle. Slide through.
Now Ritter to throw on first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like it.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Smash, red. Set.
Ritter on the 4th down try.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed him to convert on 4th and long.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the... Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready?
On first down, Ritter.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
And my goodness, another interception.
Ritter picked, and it's his former Bearcat teammate, Ahmad Gardner, who got it.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap 1.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Ready.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ritter.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. There he goes, right side.
Inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list.
And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
On the jump.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Rhodes. It's a pick up of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now,
and this is taken in at the 5.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try again. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
So a decision to make there. They decline the penalty as they'd rather force the 4th down.
Ready. Let's go.
And they take a knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
White. Green Jack. Hut.
On 2nd down, Ritter.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Let's go. On the ball.
36-yard line.
Back to throw, Ritter.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Will McDonald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Come on, set.
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go.
And they take a knee.
Here we go, Jack.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.